Good morning. Running a little bit late, but I'm here. Oh, one of them days. There we are. I was wondering if somebody was going to join me. Good morning, Sister Denise. Good morning, Sister Carrie Washington. Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies. I apologize. I don't have any music. I have one other thing I need to do, and then we'll go into the word. I'm running a few minutes behind today. Oh no. Okay, and we're not going to be on long because I just got to notice that my battery is running low. So this is what we're going to do. Give a quick word and then get out of here. I was going to talk about the books, but I think I'll go back live later and talk about that or just drop them in. Good morning, my sister, Evangelist Sandra Caver, which I'm glad seeing Evangelist Caver. Please keep my friends, the Hills, in prayer. The family of Brother Aubrey Hill. We want to keep them in prayer. That being said, so I'm going to be quick because I don't want my battery to die and then I'll still be live. Good morning, my Janini. Psalm 51. I did not put a verse. I'm going to be quick today, so I'm not going to talk a lot, but I want to get the message out to you. Psalm 51. I'm going to read verses 1 and 2. Have mercy upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindness. According unto the multitude of thy tender mercies, blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity and cleanse me from my sin. Verse 3, for I acknowledge my transgressions and my sin is ever before me. Your good morning wake up challenge today, it's not about you. And then again, it's all about you. So y'all know I always have a story. Good morning, Deacon Blue. Good morning, Mama Penny Beckham. So I've been in this place, and I said to my boss the other day, and I'm so grateful to have a supervisor, a boss who is not only a believer, but who I believe loves God. And so I can talk to her like we not at work. And I said to her, I said, God just has me in this place where I'm recognizing, good morning, Annette. I'm recognizing every area of my life, God is doing and saying the same thing. Y'all still here? I love y'all. I love y'all. Yes, my battery died. I can't believe y'all still here. I love y'all so much. So now let's go with the word. Which I almost should change the word, but no, we're gonna go there. So Psalm 51. That's what we were talking about. I love y'all. Y'all have no clue how much I love y'all. And the fact that y'all are still here. That's a whole nother message. But we're going to stick with where we were. So I was sharing with my boss and I said, it amazes me how God is doing the same thing in my life. Like I feel like the same thing is coming at me. It and externally it felt like people just keep doing the same foolishness, but I had to recognize the message was the same across the board and it couldn't be everybody else. And so the first piece, it's not about you, is I had to start realizing not everything was personal. People were saying and doing things, and I was taking it like personal as a personal attack on me. And I had to realize, Shannon, this not even about you. Sometimes it's about them, but be in a bigger situation or a bigger picture, it's about the current situation of life. It's not a personal attack. It's just the way things are. But the most important piece I had to realize is it's all about you when you get to the point where everything, good morning, Sister Diane, externally, it feels like everybody else is doing the dumb stuff, but it's all the same. So now let me give you an example. You all know I got a promotion on my job. And there was a situation, there was a circumstance, and then my boss had to come to me. She had said it to me before, but she had to say it again. And she said, literally, her words were, Shannon, you in leadership now. I'm gonna need you to think different. I'm gonna need you to do different. I'm gonna need you to react. Actually, I'm going to need you to act at all because you can't even have the same mentality. You cannot have the same thought process that you did when you were in your former position. I need you to think differently. I am an assistant pastor, and my dad had to say to me, Shannon, as the assistant pastor, you got to do it different. I need you to do it different. And yeah, people are gonna come at you, they're gonna come after you. I need you to not react. I need you to not take it personal. And then at home, I realized, Shannon, you're the parent in this house. You got to think differently. You got to stop reacting so much. You got to stop. And then I had to go, maybe it's not my kids and everybody at work and everybody at the church. Maybe Shannon has to go to God and say, have mercy upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindness. Maybe Shannon has to start looking at her own transgressions. Maybe Shannon has to say to God, wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity and cleanse me from my sin. And then jump to verse 3, for I acknowledge my transgressions and my sin is ever before me. Maybe, Shannon, you got to start acknowledging some stuff in Shannon. Maybe, y'all, sorry, this hair was getting on my nerves. Maybe in some situations, this is all about you. And God is using every other area in your life to fine tune you. And that thing is still messing with my head because I am going through growing pains. Good morning, Mama Bell. Good morning to you. There are literally growing pains. Please don't think you're going to have all of this spiritual, emotional growth and maturity and you're not going to feel it. And sometimes it is painful. The dying of your flesh, the killing of your flesh is not an easy road to travel. But God, y'all, he's talking to me and I'm talking out loud to y'all. God said, I love you too much and I have too much in store for you. And you think what I have already done is wonderful and amazing. Baby, eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. I'm not talking about heaven. I'm talking about right here on earth, the good, great, phenomenal things that God has prepared for you. The problem is we quote that scripture, but we get so excited about what God has prepared for us, but are you letting God prepare you for what he has already prepared for you? Are you prepared? That's the question. That's the question. And I am just being transparent and completely open. I laid in the bed today and I was just like, God, this is exhausting. Some days I am mentally and emotionally exhausted because there is such work being put into where he is trying to take me and what he is trying to do. And God says, yes, I love you unconditionally for who you are. But the things that I have prepared for you, they're not for who you are. They're for who I'm creating you to be. That 51st Psalm, man, verse 6, we could go through the whole thing and we don't have time because I'm already over because my battery died and I had to come back. Verse 6, behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part shalt thou make me to know wisdom. Can you have truth inside about who you really are? If you cannot be honest with you and God, there are some things, again, I'm sharing with y'all externally, what me and God are talking about even right now. Internally, there are some things that God says he's not expecting you to confess to nobody else. You don't even have to say it to nobody else. You never have to verbally say it out loud, but you have got to be willing to go before the Father and confess to him and say, God, I know this is my struggle. God, I struggle with this insecurity. God, I struggle with anger. God, I struggle with jealousy, whatever it is. Be real about it so you can get healed from it. I got to just sit in this. Got to just sit in this. Help me to be what you've called me to be. I, man, sis, I gotta stay in God's face because it, it's too easy for me to get off track in my flesh. And then you be mad and frustrated with God because you don't have what you want. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Aaron, to you. And God says, it's not my fault. You're not ready. Not my fault. There are some things that God is just, he's not going to risk. There are some blessings that God has for you. He's not going to risk. You're not ready. I was talking to my daughter the other day, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Some of you saw my post. Genesis we just went yesterday and got her permit, and she's been so nervous and so scared, and so she just kept putting it off. She didn't want to go because of this. She didn't want to go because of that. Okay, I think she was nervous she wasn't gonna pass the test, and so we were talking in the car, and she was like, Mom, I can't believe, because we're preparing her for college next year, go figure. She was like, Mom, I can't believe they won't even let me have a car on during my first semester. And I'm like, dude, you talking about a car? You don't even have your permit. Let's deal with first things first. We're not ready to talk about no car. I need you to get your permit. I need you to learn how to drive. I need you to practice driving. I need to know you're a good driver. And then I need to know you're responsible with your money. There's all of these things that I need to know. Like, we're not even having a car conversation. Some of y'all, some of us, you having conversations with God about stuff you want. And He's like, you're not ready. You're not ready. Go before the Father honestly, earnestly, sincerely. Say, God, this is my struggle. God has, you all have heard my testimony. Whew, me and that youngest child of mine. Oh, bless the Father, y'all keep me in prayer. But you know the weird thing, and I'm glad she's asleep, so she can't hear me say this, and she's snoring asleep. So I know she can't hear me. I recognize more than anything else, one of the reasons God put that kid in my life is she challenges me in ways that force me to look at me. I didn't know what my mouth could do. And but I kind of knew a little bit. I never thought I had. When I say anger management, y'all please don't get it wrong. I'm not one of these flipping over stuff. But the level of, like, Soraya of all people, and those of you that know our story know our story. She's come so far, she's grown so much. So Soraya looked at me the other day and I was so frustrated, so angry. Soraya said, Mom, I think you really need to learn how to work on regulating your emotions. I was like, but she was right. So again, for those of you just jumping on, I get to work and I snapped off on somebody. Now my boss got to call me in. You can't talk to people like that around here no more. Like you used to could get away with that. You're HR now. I had my boss tell me, I shouldn't even be telling y'all this. My boss said to me one day, she was like, Shannon, we can't have HR snapping off on people because HR is supposed to be where people come to feel safe when they felt you can't do that, right? I get to church, people just taking me to a level, and I got to sit there and smile. And my dad is like, sit there, smile through it. Like, they coming at you with daggers. You know it. You got to smile through it, hug them, love them. And I'm just going to keep it real the way I feel. Sometimes it's like, Dad, I supposed to play stupid. Yep. Smile. Say, God bless you. I get home. God is just like, let it go, Shannon. It's not that big of a deal. Everywhere I turn. So then I said, oh, it's not all of them. So come on real quick. Let's get it in. Again, thank you all so much that stayed on here. For those that are just coming on, my battery died earlier. We had all kind of stuff, but I believe this was a good word. Even that, I ain't blaming on the devil. See, last thing, and then it's time for me to get off. I was about to say the devil knew this was a good word. No, it wasn't the devil. It was not the devil. I didn't log in early enough to see that I didn't plug my computer in and my battery was going to die. That's not the devil. It's not my kid's fault. It's not Shannon. It's me. Good morning, Dana. It's me. Learn how to take accountability and responsibility so that God can bless you with more. So, yep, come on, let's get it in. Good. What are you going to say when the enemy tries to make you focus on everybody else and their stuff? When the enemy tries to make you take on victim mentality all the time, everybody's always beating up on you. Everybody is up. Thank you, Sister Denise. Not today. Today, I will think and pray hard before I react. Oh, I love that. I'm taking that advice myself. Not today. Not doing it. Not doing it. So I have a Facebook user. It's not telling me who you are, but you must have the book because I said, not today. Not today. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Not today. We're going to take this and grow one day at a time. But devil, you're not going to get me today. Not today. Announcement. I've been announcing it. I've been posting it. We are so excited. We launched the introduction of our chronological Bible study with Ephesus Ministries. I'm super excited because people around the country have already reached out and said, I got the book. I'm ready for Bible study. And so on, we did an introduction on last night, an overall or an overview. And then we will be in Genesis chapters 1 through 4 this week. We are not doing read the Bible in a year because we are not trying to just read. We are studying. So we're slowing it down. We're giving smaller chunks and we're not trying to rush through it. So if you would like to join us, please feel free to join us. We're on every Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock for prayer and then going into Bible study at 6:30. I should have dropped the link for the book, but again, I didn't plan my time right. And so we have created and published a workbook that will help you follow along with us in the study of the Word of God. It's called The Beginning of a People. It's on Amazon, and I will post the link again so that you can purchase it. Also, my book from last year, Not Today, Satan. I think I'm going to put that on sale so that we can get it for the beginning of the year. And that is being intentional in your relationships, which apparently I'm still learning how to do. I done wrote a whole book on it and I'm still learning how to do it. Bless Jesus. So I'll drop those links as well. Thank you all so much. Those that came on in the beginning and stayed with me when I went through that battery foolishness, I love y'all more than you can understand. Love y'all more than words know. So have a blessed, 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 blessed day. Thank you, Mama Bell. Not today, Satan. Sister Diane says, not today, Satan. I'll check myself first, then pray. Love it. In Jesus' name, love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And we'll be back. No, today is Thursday. We'll be back next Tuesday. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.